Most men think they need perfect looks, endless money, or loud status to be attractive, but they're wrong. True attraction, the kind that pulls people toward you like gravity, comes from something else, something silent, invisible, a single habit that ancient Stoic warriors lived by, and almost every modern man has forgotten. You've seen it before. A man walks into a room. He's not the tallest. He's not wearing expensive clothes. He's not trying to be noticed. And yet everyone feels his presence. They trust him without knowing why. They respect him without being told to. He moves with calm energy, and the world reacts to him. That isn't luck. It isn't genetics. It's the quiet, devastating power of emotional composure, the heart of true Stoicism. And here's the crazy part. You can build it quickly, silently, without shouting for attention or chasing anyone's approval. Today, I'm going to show you the one Stoic habit that instantly makes you more attractive without saying a single word. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll learn how mastering this habit separates you from 90% of men. Without trying harder, without pretending to be someone you're not. Let's dive in. Most people have been fed the same lie over and over again. That attractiveness is about having a perfect face, a ripped body, or a flashy lifestyle. But if you've lived long enough, you already know that's not the full story. Because real magnetic attractiveness isn't something people just see. It's something they feel. And it has very little to do with how you look. When you walk into a room, people don't immediately scan your jawline or check the label on your shoes. Subconsciously, they're picking up your energy, your emotional state. They're sensing whether you're comfortable in your own skin or desperately seeking validation. And here's the brutal truth most men miss. If your energy feels needy, tense, or chaotic, no six-pack or designer outfit will save you. Presence, not appearance, is what truly commands attention. Imagine this. Two men walk into the same crowded room. The first man looks great, well-dressed, well-groomed, but he's fidgeting. He's checking his phone every 5 seconds. His eyes dart around the room, hunting for approval. He laughs too loud. He tries too hard to fit in. The second man, he's quieter. His movements are slow, deliberate. He's grounded, like a tree, planted firmly in the earth. He's not chasing anyone's attention, and because of that, he naturally draws attention. Without effort, without words. Who do you think people are more curious about? Who do you think the room quietly orbits around? It's not the man who looks desperate to be seen. It's the man who looks like he doesn't need anyone to see him. That's the secret. And once you realize it, you start to see the world differently. You start to understand that true attractiveness isn't about achieving some perfect image. It's about embodying a rare emotional state that makes people feel something around you. Something powerful, something safe, something captivating. And here's where Stoicism enters the picture. The core of Stoicism isn't about being cold or detached like a robot. It's about emotional mastery. It's about owning your reactions, controlling your inner state no matter what chaos swirls around you. When you practice Stoicism, you train yourself to stay centered, calm, focused. You move through the world with a deep inner stillness, even when life tries to shake you. Most men are slaves to their emotions. You can see it in their faces, their posture, their words. The moment something goes wrong, a rejection, a delay, a disappointment, they crumble. They lash out, they shrink, and every time they do, they broadcast insecurity louder than any words ever could. But a Stoic man, he doesn't flinch, he doesn't panic. He doesn't seek external validation because he already possesses internal validation. And that presence, that rare magnetic presence, is what makes him deeply attractive on a level that most people can't even explain. You know this instinctively. Think about historical leaders, warriors, philosophers, the men who shaped history. They weren't the loudest, the flashiest, or even the best looking. They were the calmest, the most grounded, The ones who could hold their center when everyone else lost theirs. That's why when you practice true Stoicism, when you build emotional mastery, you instantly elevate yourself above the noise. You become the rare type of man that people trust, without question, respect without reason, and want to be around without even understanding why. And the best part? This kind of attractiveness doesn't fade. Looks can fade, status can disappear, money can evaporate. But presence, real presence, only grows stronger with time. So if you've ever felt like you weren't good-looking enough or rich enough to be truly attractive, drop that belief right now. It's not your appearance that's holding you back. It's your inner state. Fix that, master your emotions, control your energy, and the external world starts reacting to you differently almost immediately. And it starts with one decision: stop trying to be seen and start mastering how you feel inside. Because in a world full of noise, stillness is magnetic. In a world full of neediness, calm is rare. And in a world full of overcompensation, true self-mastery is impossible to ignore. The difference between the man everyone forgets and the man everyone remembers. Emotional mastery, the core of Stoicism. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to start building that mastery, step by step, even if you've never thought of yourself as naturally calm or confident. Stay with me, because this is where everything starts to change. Now that you understand the truth about real attractiveness, it's time to reveal the habit that sets extraordinary men apart from the rest. It's not what you wear. It's not how much you talk. It's not even how smart you are. It's your emotional composure, the ability to stay calm, grounded and unmoved, even when the world around you is spinning in chaos. Think about it. In a world where most people panic at the first sign of trouble, the man who can hold his center becomes a beacon. Like a lighthouse standing strong in a violent storm, people feel drawn to that steadiness. They may not even realize it consciously. But deep down, everyone is searching for it, especially women. Women are wired to seek emotional stability in a partner, not because they're weak, but because stability signals safety. It signals leadership. It signals that when life inevitably gets hard, and it will, you won't crumble. You won't make their problems worse. You'll be the rock they can rely on. Now picture this, two men again. Both are successful, both are good-looking, but one man gets easily rattled. A rude comment throws him off. A delayed coffee order ruins his morning. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, and everyone around him feels the tension rising like a storm cloud. The other man? He stays composed. Annoyances slide off him like rain on armor. Challenges come, and he handles them without theatrics. People around him feel calmer just by being near him, like standing next to a fire on a cold night. They don't even know why, but they don't want to leave. Which man would you trust more? Which man would you follow into the unknown? Which man would you want to be with when life gets hard? Exactly. That's the magnetic power of emotional composure. It's not about suppressing your emotions or pretending to be numb. It's about owning your emotions, mastering them, refusing to let external chaos dictate your internal peace. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, captured it perfectly when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Most men live life backwards. They chase external control, trying to manipulate people, outcomes, environments. But real power comes from controlling the one thing you actually can control, your mind. When you master that, the external world naturally starts to respond to you. Opportunities come to you. Respect comes to you. Connection comes to you. Because you're no longer chasing anything, you're radiating something far more powerful. Here's the real kicker. You don't have to be perfect at it to start seeing results. Even small improvements in emotional composure, even pausing before you react, even breathing through minor frustrations, Send out powerful signals to everyone around you. They sense it immediately. This man is different, and it makes you unforgettable. So right now, as you're watching this, ask yourself, how? Often, do you let the outside world control your inner world? How often do you hand over your emotional power to circumstances you can't even control? Because the men who stand out, the ones who live lives of quiet dominance, are the ones who took that power back. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how you can start practicing emotional composure today, even if you've struggled with overreacting in the past, even if chaos usually rattles you, because emotional mastery isn't just something you're born with, it's something you build. And once you do, you'll never look at yourself or the way others react to you the same way again. You're probably wondering, okay, emotional composure sounds amazing, but how do I actually build it? Good news, it's not complicated. In fact, there are just 3 simple steps you can start practicing today, and every man who masters these steps becomes a man the world can't help but notice. Step 1. Master your pause. When something triggers you, a disrespectful comment, a frustrating delay, an unexpected challenge, your instinct is to react instantly. Interrupt that instinct. Instead, create a pause. Even just a 2-second breath before you speak or act. That tiny pause is where your power lives. It signals to your brain, I am in control. Not the situation, not the other person, you. At first, it'll feel unnatural. You'll want to jump in, defend yourself, fix everything fast. But every time you pause, you're forging a stronger, calmer version of yourself, and people will feel that difference in you almost immediately. Step 2. Shift from reaction to response. After the pause, the next move is simple. Choose your response, not out of fear, not out of anger, but from clarity. Ask yourself in that moment, what action keeps me grounded? What decision keeps my inner peace intact? Because here's the truth, reacting feels powerful in the moment, but responding is powerful. It's choosing your battlefield, setting your terms, and moving with intention, and nothing is more attractive than a man who acts out of strength, not weakness. Step 3. Reframe every challenge as training. This one is the game changer. Most men see setbacks and stress as personal attacks. They think, why is this happening to me? But you're going to flip the script. You're going to see every frustration as a chance to sharpen your composure. Every rude cashier, every traffic jam, every unfair situation. It's all weight for you to lift. It's all fuel for your emotional strength. Remember, muscles don't grow without resistance, neither does composure. If you truly live this mindset, life stops feeling like it's against you. It starts feeling like it's for you, training you, shaping you, forging you into someone unstoppable. Now, you might think, but what if I mess up? What if I lose my cool sometimes? That's normal. You will. But every time you catch yourself, every time you reset faster, you're winning. You're getting closer to becoming that rare man, the one who walks into any room and silently commands respect. Because here's the secret most men never hear. It's not about never feeling emotions. It's about mastering the space between feeling and acting. Master that space, and the world starts responding to you in ways you can't even imagine yet. And in the next section, I'll show you what happens, the real-life rewards, once you build this inner power. Because emotional composure isn't just for your peace of mind, it's the foundation for everything you truly want. You've built your emotional composure. You've mastered the pause, learned to respond, and reframed every challenge as training. Now you might wonder, what actually changes in real life? Is it really that powerful? Let me paint you a picture. Imagine walking into a room, a meeting, a date, a social gathering. Most people are subtly anxious, checking their phones, over-talking, trying to impress. But you walk in calm, grounded, fully present. People notice instantly. Without even understanding why, their attention shifts toward you. Because presence is rare and presence is magnetic. Now let's go deeper. When you build emotional composure, three major shifts happen. Shifts that touch every part of your life. Shift 1. You command respect without forcing it. You're not chasing validation anymore. You're not trying to impress, you simply are. This effortless confidence makes people listen when you speak. It makes your words carry weight. It makes women lean in a little closer. Because respect earned through internal mastery is a respect no one can take from you. Shift 2. You become irresistibly attractive. Remember, attraction isn't just about looks. It's about energy. When you move through life unfazed by drama, by setbacks, by other people's moods, you radiate something powerful. Safety, leadership, strength. Women feel it on a biological level. Friends feel it. Colleagues feel it. Even strangers feel it. You don't have to brag. You don't have to dominate. Your very existence becomes an invitation. Follow me, trust me, respect me. Shift 3. Opportunities start finding you. Here's the craziest part. When you stop reacting emotionally to everything, life starts offering you better plays. New friendships, better jobs, high-value relationships, business deals. Mentors who once ignored you now notice you. Why? Because emotional composure signals maturity. It signals someone who can be trusted under pressure. And trust is the true currency of success. The world isn't fair, but it is consistent. Those who master themselves are trusted with more. Now here's something most men never realize. It's not just about the big moments, the huge presentations, the major crises. It's about the small moments, every single day, every text you don't emotionally overreact to. Every minor frustration you don't let control your face. Every time you stay grounded when others unravel. Tiny wins that stack into massive power over time, and one day, without even noticing it, you'll realize you're the man you used to look up to. You're the man others now look up to. Not because you forced anything, but because you mastered the only thing you ever needed to, yourself. And in the next section, I'm going to give you something even more powerful. A simple, daily practice you can use to lock in this emotional strength permanently. Even if you're starting from zero. Trust me, you don't want to miss it, because this is how you go from occasional calm to permanent power. Now that you understand the real-world results, you're probably wondering, how do I actually build emotional composure every day without it feeling forced? Good question. Because if you just try to stay calm when chaos hits, you'll fail. It's like trying to lift 300 pounds without training. You need daily reps. You need internal armor you build quietly in the background, so that when the storm comes, you're already strong. Here's a simple but powerful daily practice. Morning emotional rehearsal. Every morning, before you touch your phone, before you get sucked into noise, take 5 minutes. Just 5. Close your eyes. Visualize your day ahead. Now, picture challenges hitting you. The rude client, the frustrating traffic, the unexpected bad news. See it clearly and in your mind. Rehearse yourself responding like a stoic warrior. Calm, measured, powerful. You don't flinch. You don't whine. You stay rooted. Think of it like sparring before the real fight. No surprises, no panic, just mastery. Now, here's the micro upgrade that separates amateurs from pros. Micro check-ins throughout your day. Set a silent alarm on your phone every 3 hours. When it goes off, pause, breathe, check your emotional state. Are you grounded, or are you spinning inside your head? If you're calm, double down. If you're rattled, reset. This tiny habit keeps you from drifting. It makes composure your default setting, not something you try to do under pressure. And here's the secret advantage. After about 30 days of this, you won't even need alarms anymore. You'll feel it automatically. You'll catch the stress early. You'll pivot before emotions hijack you. Real calm, real control, real attractiveness. And guess what? Most men never train this. They live life on emotional autopilot, jerking around by whatever happens externally. You'll be different. Now, here's a bonus kicker: journaling at night. Before bed, grab a simple notebook. Ask yourself 2 quick questions. When today did I stay composed? When today did I lose composure? And why? No judgment, just awareness. Because self-awareness is self-mastery. The magic isn't in being perfect. The magic is in noticing faster, correcting faster, becoming a little stronger every single day. Because the truth is, attractiveness isn't built by chasing attention. It's built by becoming the kind of man who doesn't need attention. A man who stands so firmly in his own power that the world can't help but notice. And in the next section, I'm going to give you something that will amplify everything we just built even faster. Get ready, because this next move is the one almost nobody teaches, and it's a complete game changer. All right, so by now, you're not just learning emotional composure, you're starting to live it. But here's the deal. If you stop here, you'll still be 10 times ahead of most men. You'll feel calmer. You'll command more respect. You'll naturally attract higher quality people into your life. But if you really want to lock this in permanently, there's one final move. You have to raise your standards. Because here's the truth. Every single day, you're either practicing calm or practicing chaos. Every time you lose your cool over tiny things, you're rewiring yourself to stay weak. Every time you catch yourself, pause, breathe, and move with purpose, you're upgrading your operating system. And over time, it's no contest. You don't just act confident, you are confident. You don't just fake being grounded, you become unshakable, and people, especially women, will feel that shift in you immediately, and they won't even be able to explain why. It's presence, it's gravity, it's real masculine energy. So, here's what I want you to do next. First, smash the like button if this hit home for you today. It helps more men wake up to this truth, and it tells me to make more videos like this. Second, subscribe if you're serious about building unstoppable internal power. I'm dropping weekly content. No fluff, no gimmicks, just real strategies to make you stronger, smarter, and more respected in every area of life. Third, and most important, in the comments below, tell me one moment this week where you will practice emotional composure. One real-world situation you're going to dominate calmly, because thinking about Stoicism is nice, but living it, that's where the real transformation happens. And trust me, the man you're becoming will look back 6 months from now and barely recognize the version of you that used to get rattled by small things. You're not chasing attention, you're commanding it by mastering yourself. And if you stay with me on this journey, there's a level of peace, power, and success waiting for you that almost nobody ever reaches. Stay strong, stay calm, and I'll see you in the next one.